You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things. Like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being. With the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
You may have heard it said that people say necessity is the mother of invention, but actually, what I found is that divine inspiration is the actual key that unlocks the impossible. I didn't know those things when I was a young 8-year-old telling my dad I wanted to be an inventor. I just knew I wanted to create things and maybe even change the world in the process. As I grew up, my thirst and hunger to invent only became stronger, and I looked for a way to channel my energies into something that could benefit people. Then, one day, when driving home from work, I received what I would call a divine insight. What if we used light in an entirely new way to communicate with the human body? That's when the LifeWave patch technology was born, and the rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes I find it really hard to believe that this year I was issued my 200th patent, an accomplishment that makes me feel just so incredibly blessed. It's a testament that through the power of prayer, recognizing God as Lord and Creator, the power of persistence, and yeah, a lot of hard work. But as I get to do what I love to do every day, I fully acknowledge that it is through the great teamwork of our incredible global corporate staff and, of course, our amazing field leaders and brand partners. Without them, LifeWave wouldn't be what it is today. And I find it so incredible that with all of this, we're just getting started. After over 6 years of research, you can now deliver light-infused water to your body at the touch of a button, allowing you to achieve health benefits that have never been before possible with our X2O system. And not to mention that this also opens up an entirely new market for LifeWave. I have also worked with our research team to create an entirely new way of producing clean and abundant energy that will power your home, your electric car, and even generate enough power that you can sell the excess electricity back to the grid. When we release this new technology, it will provide you with a new financial opportunity while also helping to clean up the planet in the process. Something else I'm really proud of is that we're also launching our new drone technology as we speak. What I love about our community is that we are a group of people wanting to be part of the solution and helping those in need. These drones will allow us to do just this. When disaster strikes, we can bring hope to others. And we can do this in the form of relief aid and patches and expose our brand to a broader audience through resulting press coverage. Our principal mission, though, hasn't changed. I'm determined to find solutions for stopping and reversing human aging, and it's incredibly rewarding to see just how much progress we've made in this endeavor. I can tell you that LifeWave is truly a world leader on this subject. Patents on these and other inventions will ensure that LifeWave will only be growing bigger, stronger, and more influential for decades to come. And that's through this proprietary technology that is ours alone. So the great news, we all share a common vision: to help others by empowering people to take control of their well-being, their livelihood, and their longevity. As we continue to innovate and serve the needs of our customers, together we will be unstoppable. So let's share the light and let's be the light.
Good evening, everyone. This is Alfred again. Welcome back to Super Wednesday. So tonight, as usual, at 8 o'clock, basically we will try and understand the light and stem cells brochure first. Yeah. So today we will actually do a product focus where our amazing Chin Hua will actually be coming on later, and I basically can see him now, which is on screen. I think he's wearing some sort of Chinese Wang Fei Hong shirt, which he surprised me. If he would have told me, I would wear Ip Man shirt, right? And he is Wang Fei Hong and I am Ip Man. Well, never mind. Okay, welcome back to Super Wednesday, everyone. So tonight we will start off before I pass the session to the incredible Chin Hua, who will take us through the amazing product from LifeWave. We will try and understand what Jinlong has done for all of us, actually, right? He has done quite a fair bit, and I normally will always advise, okay, brand partners to use this light and stem cells brochure, all right, to basically talk to your prospects, because it is more convincing and it is more professional, right? If you talk by yourself, then people do not get to actually visualize what you're trying to say. To us, when we talk about GHK copper and this and that and the patches and this and that, we are so used to it. But if you are talking to your prospects for the first time, they don't know what we are talking about, right? Actually. So if you have something to show them, it would be amazing. All right. And where can we get the light and stem cells brochure? Basically, we can get it from Jinlong's office in Oakland Road, right? You reach Oakland Road. I'm sure all of you have been to Oakland Road, right? Oakland Road, you can actually look for the amazing staff by the name of Rong Rong. Okay, she will actually help you. I think they have just restocked the English and the Mandarin version, right? For those who are curious, I don't think there will be a Malay version coming out quite soon, yeah, because we need time to translate the thing. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start on the light and stem cells brochure tonight. And I hope if you have any questions later on, you can type it in the chat box. We will try and handle as many questions as we can after Jinhua's presentation. Okay, let's begin. Okay, now you see, this is one of the page or the first page actually you can find on the light and stem cells brochure. Now, this is the background of our founder, David Smith. David Smith is the CEO, founder, and the primary inventor of LifeWave, right? So he holds about 200 over patents and still counting in the field of regenerative medicine or regenerative science, right? So what was his professional background? We say, why when we meet with all our senior brand partners, they always talk about this, my hero, David Smith, my hero, right? So let's understand a little bit more about this amazing gentleman. So before founding LifeWave, David Smith was a revolutionary inventor, right? He invented a lot of things, and one of it is the mini submarine for US Navy SEALs, right? And he invented an emergency oxygen system, right? So Navy SEALs research, now his research into drug-free enhancement, energy enhancement, right, started when he was working with the US Navy SEALs. He wanted to help the US Navy SEALs stay awake and alert longer during long missions without the use of drugs or caffeine or, Red Bull or something like that, right? Because all these substances are banned. They cannot bring it up with them onto the submarine, right? So if you look at this picture, we show you a mini submarine, Navy SEALs mini submarine, right? So David Smith has something to do with the design. So David Smith was invited to participate in the Navy SEALs research team, okay, for the next generation mini sub, which focuses on survival and life support equipment. Okay, amazing, amazing gentleman, So some of his other inventions, right, includes a wide range of technology from emergency oxygen system, which I mentioned just now, and humanitarian drones. Wow, we have got humanitarian drones because David believes when people need help, they need it now, not tomorrow, not the day after. They really need it now, right? So the humanitarian drones to beyond, he also did something on agriculture, okay, beyond organic photo agriculture. Okay, now this invention uses light frequencies to optimize plant growth. Ah, amazing, right? So he is an established reputation. He has a established reputation as a prolific inventor. Okay, so hang on, I need to mute someone first because Tula Chandran is not muted. Mute. Okay. Okay, so please help us, everyone. Um, Please mute your microphones so that we do not disrupt each other, right? So, David Smith, the CEO and inventor of LifeWave, okay, he established his own reputation as a very prolific inventor long before he launched the LifeWave company, right? His early career was defined by developing specialized technology. Okay. He did, like I mentioned just now, maritime and defense innovation. Okay. And then he did life support and safety system with the emergency oxygen system, right? Um, he is a man who believes in creating practical technology solutions, to actually support human survival and, human health in extreme condition. So he also has a broad portfolio of scientific inventions, right? Like I mentioned just now, number one, he did something in aviation. He designed a humanitarian drone, right? Number two, he did something for the environment, environmental technology. He created a system. If you look at the third thing at the bottom, the third circle at the bottom, he created a system to convert plastic to energy. How amazing is that? Because plastic, after you finish the drink or whatever that uses the plastic, you will not have any more use for the plastic, right? So normally we all throw it away. And plastic is not biodegradable. So it stays in the environment for a long, 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 long time. Okay? And it damages the environment. Okay? So for agriculture, he developed beyond organic photo agriculture, right? So what is beyond organic, right? If you look at the last picture, beyond organic photo agriculture is a new agriculture technology which is developed by David Smith that applies the principle of photobiomodulation, okay, which is the same science actually behind all our LifeWave patches. Okay. Now, this beyond organic photo agriculture actually solves the world food issue. All right. So, organic farming focus on the absence of harmful chemicals. Now, if you are Malaysian and if you have gone up to Cameron Highlands to take a look at how the farmers are, actually planting our vegetable, you will be very, very surprised. Okay. So photo agriculture focuses on the presence of specific light frequency, okay, to optimize the biological potential of these plants. So how this photo agriculture work? The core idea is that plants, very much like humans, have photoreceptors that trigger specific biochemical reaction when exposed to certain wavelengths of light. That is human, right? So David Smith technology uses a proprietary light reflecting material, okay, which is very similar to the crystals in our LifeWave patches to communicate with the plant's DNA. Amazing, right? Yes. Okay. Up next, now, if you look at the pictures here, okay, before LifeWave, okay, before founding LifeWave, David Smith was credited by creating Navy SEALs emergency oxygen system and a submarine, right? So his humanitarian focused invention include radiation reduction, shield, humanitarian drone, and just now I mentioned plastic to energy conversion system, right? So his upcoming invention. Now, you look at the list on the Like and Stem Cells brochure, okay? You look at his upcoming inventions, okay? It's aimed at improving the world, all right? In energy and recovery, there is an oxygen enricher system, and this oxygen enricher system helps the earth actually produce more oxygen. Now, I asked many of the brand partners, where do you think most of the Earth oxygen comes from? They say, oh, very simple answer. The forest lah, the jungle, the forest. Actually, that's only 40% truth. Okay, most of the oxygen, 60%, come from the sea. Okay, if you look at the second picture on top, right? So we also have an energy recharging sofa, and this is for energy and recovery. Okay, so on the longevity part, there is an age reversal apparel, an age reversal water, and also a gene resetting machine. This is to basically gives us longevity. Now we already have the age reversal water. So we are actually waiting for the age reversal apparel and also the gene resetting machine. Okay, so I hope all of you have had the chance to go to our Oakland Road Life Changers showroom and, consume the X2O water. Okay. So for enhancement of our health, there is a last invention. I mean, not last lah. If you look at the last picture, sorry, not last. I hope David Smith will keep, inventing new stuff. The last picture there is the biopneumatic enhancer. Okay, that's to enhance our health. Wow, so many things coming. Wow, I'm so excited. Okay, so next year, okay, you see world-class research and development laboratory and fully automated in-house manufacturing. Okay, so David Smith basically has quite a number of inventions before he founded LifeWave. Okay, so before the LifeWave company, David Smith developed advanced life support and defense technology. Okay, specifically like what I mentioned in the mini submarine for US Navy SEALs and an emergency oxygen system. Okay, so humanitarian's invention include radiation reduction seal, just now you have seen, and future ones I've already also mentioned, right? So now the company is owned 100% by LifeWave. And we did not take any loans. We do not owe anybody any money, right? So the recurring point for all of us is the intellectual property, meaning how to manufacture the patches, right? And we control this very well by having in-house manufacturing. That means we do not outsource the manufacturing to a third party. So people will not know what is the blend of amino acid that is in the patches. Okay, and LifeWave is 100% owned by LifeWave lah. Basically, we don't owe any money, right? So I'm actually very proud that LifeWave with the amazing intellectual property portfolio, meaning we have so many inventions, so many new inventions. Even the patch now is a technology beyond comprehension already. It's owned 100% by LifeWave, and it will be with us for a long, long time. Okay, now let's take a look at the science behind the patches. Okay, so the patches revolves around light as a source of light, right? The external source, the sun, provides the ray, very important for photosynthesis of the plants, which also supports all animals and also human life. Okay? The human body, our human body, actually emits biophoton. What are biophotons? Biophotons are low frequency light emission, okay, produced by all living cells. Okay, as long as you are alive, for example, animals, and then plants are also alive, so they also produce this biophoton, right? So all these light emissions produced by living cells during metabolism, is how we metabolize our food, you know, and when DNA replicates itself in us, okay? So our body actually communicates, the cells actually communicate with each other in a medium in our body, which is called the extracellular matrix. It is something like the water. So when you patch, it's very important for you to basically drink water. Okay? So the cellular communication, these photons act as a important unit to communicate within the body at cellular level. Wow, I hope I'm not too scientific tonight. I'm so excited to share all this with you, you know. So how does a patch technology work? Now, the technology is based on the biological principle that the body communicates using light. Okay? Now, I mentioned just now biophoton. Human cells naturally emit low frequency light. And we cannot see this light, but we can feel this light in a form of body heat. Now, this is called biophoton. Okay? Now, this serves as a fundamental unit where our cells communicate with each other. Right? So you will ask me, what does the patch contain? Each patch contains a mixture of structured bio nanocrystal. Okay? This nanocrystal is composed of water, oxygen, a proprietary blend of amino acid and organic compound. Okay? Now, it is sealed between two medical grade plastic film. All right? So, these nanocrystals act like a reflector, act like a mirror. They absorb the body's natural heat and reflect a specific wavelength of light back into the body to trigger the physiological responses that we experience. Okay? Now, composition of the patches. Okay? Now, I mentioned nanocrystal just now. Each patch contains a patented blend of water, oxygen, amino acid, and organic compounds that form this nanocrystal. Okay? So we also have this adhesive. The patches use a hypoallergenic adhesive, right? So it is supposed to be hypoallergenic. It will not cause any allergy for application to the skin, or if your skin has reactions to the patches, you can patch them on your clothes. It will still work. Okay? So it is very important to understand that this light that is triggered by these biochemical changes in the body elevates a compound called GHK copper. Now let's take a look at what is this let's take a look at what is this GHK copper. GHK copper and stem cells, I would say. So now, one of the most important breakthroughs, okay, that is mentioned in the light and stem cell brochure here is the elevation of GHK copper, GHK-Cu, right? So, copper peptide elevation, specific light frequencies signal the body to increase the production of this GHK copper peptide, okay? And when this happens, when the copper peptide GHK-Cu is increased, it has been clinically shown to reactivate stem cells production. Amazing, right? And it also resets your cells to a younger, healthier state within 24 hours of usage. Amazing, right? And this GHK copper was first, was first found by a scientist named Laurent Picard in 1973. Okay, he isolated, that means he separated the copper peptide GHK-Cu from the human plasma albumin. Okay, and he did a lot of experiments on it, and he found that when he took an 20-year-old liver cell. Okay? And he put the blood from a younger patient of about 20 years old. These liver cells will behave, instead of behaving like 80 years old, it behaves like a 20 years old. That means the cells started functioning the same way as the younger liver tissues, right? Amazing, right? What he found out. So now, what are the benefits of elevating the GHK copper and having more stem cells, right? Now, we all already know specific light frequencies signal the body to increase the GHK copper. Okay. Now, clinical evidence shows that by elevating this copper peptide, GHK copper, it can also reactivate the stem cells production. It also resets cells to a younger, healthier state. Okay? And when that happens, your body will actually prioritize healing damaged tissues. Okay? So once this GHK copper is reactivated, these stem cells prioritize migrating to sites where your body is injured or has inflammation to replace and actually repair the damaged tissues. Wow, our body is amazing, right? Yes. So that's why everything here is it can be found in a light and stem cells brochure. So for you to explain this is a lot simpler, okay? And it's already arranged in such a way that it makes it easier for people to understand what you're trying to share with them. Yeah? Okay, so we have come to a point where I need to introduce our star speaker for tonight. Okay, his name is Chin Hua, but I'm going to call him Wong Fei Hong tonight because of his amazing. Hey, the shirt looks very nice. After you take a look at him, quite handsome today, lah. He never tell me. That's why I thought I wear the same shirt. Otherwise, I wear my Ip Man shirt. Very bad, lah. Okay, never mind. So this person came back from UK where he served for 10 years with a master's of pharmaceutical studies in University of Bradford in UK, right? So I think he got tired of self-medicating himself, which he didn't see much results, all right? I was very, very surprised when he showed me his before and after photo. Wow. His before photo was like a balloon. He was bloated very badly, right? Imagine a pharmacist who studied medication, allopathy, modern medicine, failed to handle his own gut issues. He was having gut issues until he found LifeWave, and now he is, wow, amazing. He's a walking bundle of handsomeness, I would say. So without any further ado, please help me type 111. If you don't type enough 111, he will refuse to come out, I tell you. Then we all sit until 9:30, right? So please type 111 and help me welcome this amazing gentleman, Chin Hua. Over to you, Chin Hua.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Alfred, for the ever wonderful introduction. Yes, a very good evening. And basically, today I actually got stuck in the traffic jam, so I stopped by somewhere so that I don't miss doing the Zoom. Yeah, because the traffic is just crazy. It took me about an hour plus to not even reach home. Normally, it would take me about 20 minutes only. It's just amazing. Crazy. So you all, if you guys are traveling, this Chinese New Year period, remember to patch Eon before you start your journey. That really helped me because I was so calm, even the traffic was so bad, right? So I was only coming from an event. That's why I looked so good. Yeah, yeah. So Alfred, you can go and change now, so then we can be Ip Man and Wong Fei Hong. Yeah, okay. So glad to have everyone back here on Super Wednesday. You guys are just absolutely amazing. Y'all could be anywhere doing anything, but y'all chose to be here. Yeah. So I thank you for that. And let's get started. All right. Now, basically, what LifeWave is all about, if you look at their slogan, it says live long, live well, live young. Yeah. So basically, this is something that really captured my attention because I don't want to grow old taking a lot of medications and then, going to hospitals all the time. I don't want that kind of life. Yeah. So if you guys agree with that, type in a 323. Yeah. You guys want to be happy, healthy, moving freely. Type in 333 if you want that. Yeah. So this is something that we are all working towards, and it's a lot of hard work, guys. To really be happy and healthy is a lot of hard work. It's like a marriage. You put in a lot of work, yeah. Ask the married people, yeah, they will tell you that. Yeah, it's not after you get married, everything is happy, it's not that. There's a lot of work, yeah. So life is a lot of work, but you need to enjoy the journey, okay? So being healthy is something that is truly enjoyable, provided that you know exactly what to do. And we are so lucky to have David Smith, who is a world-class inventor, yeah, to actually develop this patch technology, this little amazing patch technology that people are skeptical about, including myself, okay? And it's so remarkable that I've been actually wearing this for 3 years now, yeah, and I wouldn't leave my house without it, okay, because it's doing so much goodness to me. Yeah, if people ask me what do I feel now after wearing 3 years of LifeWave patches, I tell them I just wake up and I feel good. I think that's all that matters, right? So this is something that it only develops over time. Yeah. So give it very nice. Now we got well done, well done. Yeah, yeah. So we're just saying that, yeah, where was I? Yep. 3 years, right? And if people ask me now, what do I feel every day wearing the patches? I say I just feel great. That's all I wanted to feel. I just feel happy. I feel great. I want to share this with more people. That's it. Yeah. So give it time. Give it time. Everything takes time. Okay. So there's no quick fix in this world. If you see some advertisement on Facebook and saying that, oh, take this wonderful juice and your blood sugar goes down. Yeah. Be very careful of it. Okay. So that is just a temporary reduction, okay? So everything requires hard work. And David Smith actually spent 20 years in the lab. Over time, he developed all these amazing patches. And the most powerful patch came out in 2018 called X39. Yeah, so powerful. And no drugs, non-invasive, no side effects, okay? So it's a medical device, and basically it's used worldwide by a lot of doctors as well. Yeah, later I'll show you. And a lot of people ask, do you have scientific proof of these patches? The answer is yes. LifeWave is a science and technology company. And hence, when they submit to the US government, the US government had to make sure that it works on human beings before they can release a patent like this. So X39 patent came out in 2020. Yeah. And basically it says here, yeah, a wearable phototherapy apparatus that can activate stem cells, okay, through a non-transdermal container, right? So non-transdermal meaning that nothing enters the body. Now, I'll give you an example. If you buy painkiller patches from the pharmacy, it contains painkiller medication. Yeah, so when you patch it on your body, the drugs goes into your bloodstream. That's how it works. But LifeWave is so unique that it's non-transdermal. Nothing enters the body. It is 200% safe. Okay, so this is the clinical. This is the scientific evidence. Yeah, because it actually, when you use X39, it actually increases the copper peptide, GHK copper, in your body. Now, if you go on social media nowadays, a lot of people are talking about copper peptide. Yeah, just go to TikTok, type in copper peptide. You see tons of videos of people promoting the blue injection. Okay, So copper peptide is linked to longevity. Okay, so all these are all scientifically proven. And if people ask you, LifeWave, is it a scientifically proven company? Yeah, 200% it is. Okay, so everything is based on clinical studies. That's why I like it. And today actually someone came and tell me that, oh, you know what, Chin Hua, I went on to Google and I type in LifeWave and it says that there are no clinical evidence of the patches. Yeah, so if you go on Google, you will see a lot of negativity. Okay, and it's the same for any company, even pharmaceuticals. You go into Google and you type it. So it's our duty to actually redirect all these people to the right source. Yeah. So then send them the clinical papers, send them the patents, so then they are more confident in that sense. And it takes time. Okay. So because the world is in a messed up place, yeah, so we are here to spread positivity. We don't have time to make fake testimonials and fake documentations. That's not our duty. Okay, we focus on helping people more that way. All right. So what are stem cells and why are stem cells important? Okay, stem cells are basically muscle cells. It can actually develop into nerve cells, muscle cells, liver cells when you are already in your mother's womb. Okay, so that is the development of our body, right? And slowly over time, we develop into baby, children, teenagers, and then adults. Okay, and then we grow old, right? So all this is a progress of life. Yeah. And how do you get stem cells? From another person? It can be from your own body, it can be from animals, it can be also from plants. Okay, but of course the best source is from your own body. Yeah, so this is something that you can be very mindful about. And I would like to always say this, yeah, in layman term, stem cells are basically the foundation to our body. Okay, so without healthy stem cells, our body will crash. Okay, I give you an example. A building needs bricks, mortar, and sand. Okay, so and metal as well to hold the building for as many years as possible. Yeah, so without a strong foundation, the building can collapse as well. Okay, so it's the same for our body. That's why we need abundance of healthy stem cells in our body for our organs to function properly. Yeah. So if let's say you don't have enough stem cells, your muscle cells are not functioning well, your liver cells are not functioning well, your heart cells are not functioning well. Yeah. So, and we experience that in a lot of people that are of the older generation, 60 and above. Okay. So these are some of the potential use of stem cells and why people are actually looking at stem cells injections. Okay. Because they want to regenerate broken parts of their body. Okay. So basically what can be used, everything that is inside this diagram, there is a potential use of stem cells, from stroke to sclerosis to diabetes to rheumatoid arthritis, so many things. Okay, so that's why it's actually good for us to impart this knowledge for ourselves. Yeah, so that when people ask, we actually know what to say as well. And LifeWave is so unique that in Malaysia, it's actually approved by KKM under Medical Device Authority. And this is a very important document, yeah, because it says that doctors are also free and authorized to dispense, prescribe all this to their patients as well. Yeah, so we've seen a lot of doctors that are actually already doing it. And this is Tan Sri Noor Hishamuddin. He was the ex-Director General Health for Malaysia. Yeah, he came to LifeWave Malaysia to authorize the compliance of LifeWave as well. Yeah, so this is very, very important. Okay, and around the world, a lot of medical doctors are also using this technology to help the patients to get well faster. You can actually go onto YouTube and look at all these people. Just search for their names and it will come out. Yeah. So a lot of times people say, oh, you know what? These doctors, they get something from LifeWave. That's why they're talking about the technology. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong if they are actually making money by helping people using LifeWave technology. And I'll give you an example. It's like pharmaceutical pays doctors tons of money to talk about their drugs. Isn't it the same thing? It's just that one is medication, one is not. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so then we need to know how to really be very open-minded and look at things in a different direction. Yeah, because everyone is here to make a living. Yeah, but we are doing good. It's okay. Okay. So these are the doctors that are using the technology. Yeah. Because they saw the goodness in this particular company. Okay. So, and David Smith is basically a genius, I would say. He is a world-class scientist. And just earlier last year, he was actually invited by Robert Kennedy Jr., yeah, to clean up America's healthcare system together with his cabinet, okay? But David Smith actually rejected it because, politely, of course, because of his very busy schedule in LifeWave. And we are very grateful that he did not take up the role, okay? Because American healthcare is actually in a big mess, right? So he's also in the International Hall of Fame for inventors. So if you understand, scientists like himself, world-class scientists actually develop technology, medical devices, and they actually educate doctors, all right, on how to use the advanced technology or medical devices. Okay, so this is something that we are very proud of because David Smith, he himself is not a businessman. Yeah. So if someone who's a businessman and he created something, then there's some thing that we really need to be aware of. Yeah. But he is a world-class inventor. That's why we are in very, very safe hands. Okay. So now, before LifeWave, a bit of David Smith's history, he actually developed mini submarine projects, okay, for the US Navy SEALs. And if you understand Navy SEALs, if they go underwater, they need to be underwater for about 60 hours. And most of the time, they depend on caffeine, stimulants, or chemicals, yeah, to stay awake. But because of this particular project, David Smith actually developed the first patch technology, and it's so powerful and still relevant today. It's called energy enhancer. So this is a natural energy booster. Now, if you're driving long distance, or focus for an exam, or you have long meetings, and if you use energy enhancer, it can really boost your focus and your stamina. Yeah. So this is something that if you really try it on, and it actually works very, very well as well. And this was about 22 years ago. This technology, the first one that came out. Yeah. So it was meant for the US Navy SEALs, but we are so lucky that David Smith actually opened it up to public. Yeah. So this is something that's super amazing. And during the Olympics, this was in 2004. This particular legendary swim coach, yeah, Richard Quick. So he actually was introduced to LifeWave and he used it on his 8 lady swimmers, and 6 of them broke personal best record during the Olympic trials. Crazy, yeah? So imagine this, and because of that, LifeWave actually attracted a lot of attention and a lot of people wanted to be a distributor of LifeWave, okay? And basically, the swimmers came under suspicion. So they were actually called, and the company went into investigation. Yeah, USADA. So United States Anti-Doping Agency is no joke. Now, for professional athletes, if they are caught using any kind of drugs, chemical stimulants, they can be banned for life. Yeah. So they actually investigated and looked into what is inside this patch and found that there are no prohibited substances. That means everything is organic, clear for professionals to use during competing. Yeah. So that's why after that, a lot of professional athletes started to use it. Like Michael Phelps, multiple gold medalist swimmer, yeah, American. If you know, Google him, right? David Beckham, Serena Williams, and Mike Tyson 2 years ago when he was preparing for his boxing fight at 58 years old. Yeah, he was seen wearing the patch. So these are the people that were not paid by LifeWave as spokesperson to speak about LifeWave. Yeah, so their coach actually chanced upon this technology and were recommended to use them on their athletes. Okay, so if you understand, if you know Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, he actually was paid millions of dollars to talk about Herbalife. That's why on his jersey it has Herbalife. Yeah, so that is different because that is a paid sponsorship. All these professional athletes were not paid. Okay, so that is a key difference. And talking about copper peptide that I was initially speaking earlier in the slides. So Dr. Laurent Picard, who is a scientist, he actually discovered copper peptide. Now, he did an experiment about 53 years ago. Now, he's passed away now, but you can still find some of his video on YouTube as well, okay? So he basically did an experiment. This is actually very exciting for people who like science. And he placed an 80-year-old liver cells into a blood of a person in their 20s. So the liver cells started to behave like younger, healthier cells again. Okay, so it turned out that it was the copper peptide that's inside our blood that was causing the older cells to behave like younger cells again. Okay, so this is the power of what our body can do. Now, copper peptide is in all of us, yeah, but over time it diminishes. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this secret to longevity. Yeah. Now, GHK copper is something that you all should remember because it is basically nature science. Okay. And this particular document was published here, and it says that copper peptide in the light of new gene data can actually stimulate nerve growth, increase collagen, improve tissue repair for skin, lungs, connective tissue, bones, liver, stomach lining. Okay, so it also has multiple anti-cancer activities, guys. This is what your body can do, yeah, and anti-inflammatory action. So people that have actually were diagnosed with cancer or a lot of health issues like autoimmune and all that, they have very low copper peptide content. Yeah, that's why their body cannot protect itself. Okay, so what you should do to increase copper peptide later I'm going to share with you, okay? And what it can actually still do is to repair DNA and also activate cell cleansing, detoxing. So this is something that your body is designed to do, all right? And we are just using a tool, this patch, to increase and stimulate copper peptide production again in our system, yeah? To give us all this protection, okay? So that's why I said that this particular company is really powerful, and David Smith sitting behind it, he is such an amazing man. Okay, so LifeWave takes a new approach to phototherapy to increase the production of copper peptide in the body. Yeah, so a lot of copper peptide are basically in pill form, supplement form, or injection form. But this little patch can actually stimulate copper production in your body naturally. So that's why it's so powerful. Okay, and how do LifeWave patches work? Now, this is a very simple illustration. Okay, and a lot of people, when they look at this diagram, they can understand better. Yeah, so basically what happens is that your body is actually full of light. That's why your body has heat. Okay, so this is what we call infrared, and you can only see with a special thermal camera scan. Now, remember during the height of COVID, when someone wants to fly, basically the custom has a special camera to see what color your body is. Now, if you have cough, flu, fever, your body is predominantly red color. If you're healthy, then it's blue and green and yellow. Yeah. So this is how your body light works. Now, you can't see it with the naked eye, okay? But you can see it through the special thermal camera scan. Yeah. And when you actually use the patch, what happens is that the crystals, the amino acid, they're made of crystals, yeah, basically melts when it touches your body heat, okay? And it forms a little mirror on the bottom diagram here, bottom left. Yeah, can you see that? Okay, so what happens is that when your energy is being released every single second, that mirror acts as a reflector that reflects the energy back into your own body for faster self-healing. Yeah, that's how it works. So all this energy is basically used as a reflection. Yep, and it increases the copper peptide production in your body over time. That's how it works. Okay, so we talk about the ingredients inside the patch, and when they needed to submit to the government, they need all these documentations there. So it contains a mixture of amino acid, water, sugar, oxygen, and organic substances. Okay, so LifeWave products do not contain magnet, no battery, no harmful metals. The patches are non-transdermal. Yeah, so they don't transmit any chemical compounds to the human body. Yeah, that's why this is a very safe technology. Okay, so use it without any doubt. Okay, now people ask, oh, what can X39 actually do? Okay, and this is a research paper that was done and double-blind test, by the way, okay? So basically, X39 produces a significant increase in copper peptide concentration in our blood, okay? When you use it long enough, you'll see a significant increase, right? So this is something that you can read about, okay? I'm not going to go through the scientific document, okay? So X39 also improves short-term memory, quality of sleep, and vitality as well, yeah? So this is basically something that when you use over time, people actually reported they have lesser brain fog, they have sharper mentality, they remember things better, clarity, yeah? So they can think better. Like in corporate, it's so stressful that people start to shut down and they can't think, even when they're in their 30s or 40s, right? So after using X39, they can think sharper, meeting, and it really something that when you try it, you will know, okay? So some of the benefits of X39 is basically minor pain relief, inflammation management, improve sleep over time, mental clarity, support wound healing, and improve skin appearance. So all you need to do, can you see the yellow dot there? You just patch it behind your neck every day. That's it. Yeah, or below your belly button. Either position is good. Yeah. So for 12 hours and then nighttime, you change to another patch called Aeon. Now, Aeon is a very powerful booster because it actually helps us to calm down. It produces more dopamine, balance, relax, anti-inflammation, pain relief as well. Yeah. So that's why just now I mentioned at the start of my presentation. When I actually used Aeon, the traffic jam, the very terrible traffic jam, did not bother me at all. Yeah. In fact, I found solution to keep on thinking of where should I stop for Zoom, yeah, so that I can give you guys this very important information. Okay, so Aeon, just like X39, is backed up by clinical studies, guys. Okay, so this is something that you all can actually look into, yeah, because Aeon improve the physiological function status of 7 organs as measured by an electro-interstitial scanning system. So a lot of people ask, where can I do all these tests and things like that? I tell them, no need to waste your money because all these are all done in lab tests and it's not cheap also. Yeah. So we only need to know that it's already scientifically proven, a lot of documentations, and just use it with confidence. Okay. So the result of the medical infrared measurements proved there was a rebalancing of autonomic nervous system, and the pain levels also reveal a consistent decrease with the application of Aeon patches consistently. Okay, so this is so powerful, yeah, and it also increases the parasympathetic activity of the autonomic nervous system. Yeah, so this is something that the longer you use it, the more calm you become. Yeah, so if people that have very bad tempered those days, if they can use Aeon for 6 months, 1 year, right, they'll be a happier person. Yeah, because it balances a lot of chemicals in your brain as well. Okay, so that's how it works. So it basically, unlike antidepressants or Xanax and things like that, it actually chemically induce chemical in your body, natural hormones, yeah, like dopamines and endorphins and things like that. But LifeWave is all natural. Yeah, that's why it's so powerful. So why not start from the most affordable and safest option? Okay, so this is something that I actually read up about a lot, and I like reading because it actually give me a sense of security. Okay, so this is one of the clinics in Mont Chiara, and it's reported that the stem cells injections can cost between 50 to 100,000 ringgit per injection. Yeah, so on an average cost is about 98,000. Okay, and it's advisable to do it at least once a year. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong doing stem cells injection. You have the money, go ahead and do it. Yeah, if you can do it every year, fantastic. Okay, so because stem cells level will drop every day, every second, our cells die. Okay, so that is aging. Yeah, that's why we say we can't turn back the clock. Yeah, so that's how it works. And basically, when you use it together, X39 in the morning for 12 hours, nighttime switch to Aeon for 12 hours, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, X39 elevates the copper peptide that gives you a lot of protection in your own system. Yeah, and it basically helps to improve the health of stem cells as well. Clinically proven. And Aeon is to reduce the stress and promotes relaxation in your system. Yeah. So a lot of people ask, can I use X39 alone? Can I use Aeon alone? Yeah. Both of them have different functions. Okay. That's why when you use X39 alone, you can, but your results will be slower. Why? Because look at this illustration at the bottom. Our body is already highly inflamed. That means a lot of fire in our body. Yeah. So if you use X39 alone, your stem cells will continue to be killed off by the inflammation. Correct? So when you add on Aeon, Aeon acts as a fireman. Yeah. So when it's putting out fire, your stem cells activity can be increased better. Optimization. Okay. So that's how it works, right? So if you want to start using it, test this out this way and don't just use one. So then you can have the full benefit. You can feel it yourself. Okay. So stem cells are drawn to the site of inflammation. Yeah, that's why unmanageable inflammation also kills stem cells. So to allow stem cells to survive longer and differentiate to require cells type for repair, we must first reduce the inflammation. Now remember, inflammation is the root cause to all diseases. Yeah, that's why it's very important. Cancer comes from inflammation, autoimmune is from inflammation, nerve pain, joint pain, everything is from inflammation. That's why we need to know how to manage inflammation. And today, the world is so polluted, more than it was 30 years ago. Yeah. So that's why the air we breathe, the water, the food, even organic food is also polluted. We don't know what kind of pollution, the pesticides and all that they use, in farm, and the rainwater. Yeah. You can't control that. Okay. Because it's already polluted, the oceans, the rivers and things like that. Yeah. It's going into our system. That's why a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s are getting cancer. Yeah, it's also because of this. So X39 Aeon is to really detox your system every single day when you are wearing the technology. That's why don't leave a day without wearing it. Okay. Now, this is a very important anatomy, and I tell this to people all the time. Why the patch is either behind your neck or below your belly button. Yeah. So in our body, we have the largest nerve called vagus nerve. Now it's connected to your brain, from your brain to your gut system. Okay. And basically, when you actually patch it behind your neck, it stimulates blood flow of the vagus nerve to all your major organs. Now, imagine this, something that is more easily understandable. Your house, you have electricals, you have TV, you have aircon, you have fridge, you have microwave. Okay. So if you do not have enough electricity, your electricals won't function properly. Your body is the same. Yeah. That's why LifeWave patches is a tool. Yeah. These are tools, right, to stimulate blood flow to our entire system. So this is what we call the Western acupuncture without the needles. Yeah. So that's why this is actually very, very powerful. It's convenient, it's affordable. If you go to acupuncture, one session costs you 100 ringgit to 150 ringgit. Yeah. At some cases, 400 ringgit or so per session. But this is only less than 20 ringgit a day. Yeah. And you are using it 12 hours morning and night. That's why your blood system, your inflammation is cleared over time. Yeah. Easier to clear. Okay. So that's why vagus nerve is so powerful. So how do you use this? Okay. So for every 10 years of your life, you use 1 month of X39 and Aeon. Say, for example, today, I am 50 years old. I use minimum of 5 months to see gradual improvement in our health. Okay. So this is something that you use every single day. You use for 12 hours, you take it out, and then you put on a new one. Yeah. So that's how it works. Okay. And where do we go from here? So I always tell people that the patches are amazing, but if you continue to destroy your body, stressful environment, you sleep late, you eat junk food and all that, it's not going to work well. Okay. So that's why a balanced diet is required. Rest 7 hours on average. Supplement when necessary, exercise regularly, drink enough water, and avoid alcohol, smoking, stress, and things like that. Okay. So these are things that can really enhance the benefit of the patches, right? And this is the cost of medical treatment in Malaysia. And I took this article out in 2015. Yeah, I extracted this. And it's projected that in 2035, it's going crazy, the prices. you are already feeling it in 2025, let alone 10 years later. So in 2015, the 6 major illnesses is only between 4 to 5 figures. Yeah. In 2025, it's already 6 to 7 figures. Okay. So that's why we talk about prevention a lot, because nothing comes cheap these days. Okay. So it's either we do something or we lose something later. Yeah. This is the fact. This is the harsh truth as well. Okay. So why not we enjoy the journey, we learn, and we also educate people on doing this as well. Yeah. Because a lot of people, they can't see the future of what's going to happen, right? So we are doing whatever we can so then it doesn't land us in all this situation that can potentially bankrupt a family as well. Okay. So this is something to really, really think about, and don't wait for illnesses to start valuing wellness. Okay. So that is the end of my presentation, and I hope you guys enjoy my little sharing. And I just want to go through, show you guys something. Yeah. This is something that we took out from the community, and you can see a lot of people who are using the technology. They share their experiences. That's why this wellness community is built for sharing. Yeah. So this is someone, Stephanie, using Aeon. And I took this out from the Facebook. What she say is that she noticed that her body feels more relaxed. On days when she feels any discomfort in the body, she feels calmer and less bothered by it. Yeah. So this is something to really, really you can try over time. Okay. And Vivian says here, okay, so it's one of my emergency patch here. It calms her down even if she's stressful and need a restful sleep. Okay. So whenever she's in pain, inflammation, or any part of body, Aeon to the rescue. Amazing, huh? So another one, if you look at this, this lady is 69, right? And she's been using X39 Aeon since year 2024, right? And below her belly button, she recently had a scan last July, okay, and saw great improvement in her bone density as well. So last time was minus 3.1, now it's minus 2.5. Not bad for a 69 years old. And she said that she stopped taking calcium pills as well. Yeah. So these are things that people are sharing, okay? So we read it with an open mind and we try it. A lot of times like sure or not, you never try, never know. Yeah. So this is something that keeps us going as well, because people are sharing amazing results. Okay. So this is Michelle, and she says that she noticed after using X39 for 4 months, her strength and endurance, okay, actually increased. The mind becomes sharper and clearer. So whatever benefits that I showed earlier, actually the community is sharing. Yeah. It's not to say that it's all just on paper. People are experiencing all this goodness. Yeah. So you just need to be very consistent. And one of these anonymous posts, right, that I saw, after day 2 of wearing Aeon X39, he experienced headache, dizziness, feeling tired, brain fog, lightheadedness, full-like symptom, weak nausea, low energy level, urge to go to the bathrooms. Okay, so this is a sign of your body detoxing. It's so powerful. First application, second application, some people can really feel it. Yeah. So if you are experiencing all this, do not worry, because your body is already heavily damaged. When you use the patches, as I mentioned, it will help you to go into a detox mode. Yeah. It's like servicing your car every 3 months. If you service every 5 years, sorry. Yeah, your car will kaput very fast. Okay. But our body also needs servicing. So don't just drive expensive cars and then don't take care of your body. Yeah, because your body is the only place that you live in. Okay. So these are just some of the results that I wanted to share with you. And if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box. Okay. So I'll pass the session back to Brother Alfred. Thank you so much. You're muted.
Wow, amazing, right? Yes. Okay, so now I am dressed similar to to Chin Hua. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can put it into the chat box. Let me see whether we have any questions for Chin Hua. Okay, there's one from Lai HH. how to patch for missing teeth, Chin Hua?
How to patch for missing teeth? Okay, missing teeth. You have to really seek the dentist advice because it cannot possibly grow back. So you got to do something with the dentist. But if you say infection and all that, you can patch Aeon on your on the place that is inflamed or injured and things like that. Yeah, just patch it and then go to sleep. Okay, but the patches cannot help to grow back the teeth. Okay, so this is something that you need to go to the dentist and sort it out. Thank you.
Okay. So is there any other question? What? Okay. There's one from Macpherson chapter. Can the patches help for RA?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Macpherson, this is a great question, yeah. And basically, people that suffer from rheumatoid arthritis, they have very low energy level. Okay, so poor digestion, yeah, pain on a daily basis, they can't sleep well. So what the patches can really do, as I showed earlier, they can actually improve by lowering down the pain. Okay, so over time, they may not need to be dependent so much on medication. That is already a plus point. Number two, you can help to raise the energy level because lesser pain, you can sleep better. Okay, so when you sleep better, your energy will naturally increase as well. Yeah, so that's why it's a cycle. Yeah, people that have RA, basically the inflammation is very high. Okay, and they're on tons of medication that can only suppress the symptoms over time. Yeah, so it's not a long-term solution as well. So can go ahead and try out the patches. Start with X39 and Aeon. Just behind the neck will do. Okay, and see how it goes for the next 3-6 months. Okay, I hope that helps.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Florence Liu, how to patch for lung fibrosis? Okay. Maybe I help answer this, Chin Hua.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So, wait, Florence. Now, lung fibrosis is quite serious, right? So, in addressing a serious condition like lung fibrosis, now we need to understand that LifeWave patches are wellness products intended to support the body's natural process, right? They are not a substitute for medical treatment or cure for chronic diseases, right? So, however, having said the disclaimer, I would basically recommend 3 patches. One is the X39, okay, which is to elevate the GHK copper. Because this GHK copper has a unique ability to support and repair the lung connective tissue, all right, and restore healthy fibroblast function. Okay, which fibroblast function are the cells that are actually involved in the scarring or the fibrosis. Okay, so the next patch that I would recommend is Aeon. Okay, because Aeon is normally used in tandem with X39 to significantly reduce systemic inflammation. Now, this is a key for the progression of fibrosis. Okay, so morning X39, nighttime Aeon. And the third patch you add on is basically glutathione. Because glutathione is basically a master antioxidant, and when you have problems that is heavily concentrated in the lungs, glutathione actually helps protect lung tissue from further oxidative stress and environmental damage. Okay, so basically very simple. The X39, okay, what you can do is you put behind the neck, okay, and basically you can try for lung fibrosis. You can actually place the patch on points that are governing the respiratory system, meaning CV17, okay, which is at the center of the chest, the sternum area, all right, in between the two nipples, okay? Or then you can also alternate it between lung 1 on the upper chest, about 6 inches from the center, near the shoulder crease area, between the collarbone. You can find a shoulder crease area there, okay? When you patch it here, you actually can directly influence the lung energy, okay? And to help clear the chest. The other point which you can do is GV14, which is also called the great hammer, okay? Yeah, at the base of the back, at the base of the neck, okay? This is a very, very powerful point for overall immune support and systemic inflammation. Okay, so the X39 you can put at the back of the neck, GV14, or also below the navel, and place the aeon or the glutathione at the center of the chest, which is CV17 on the sternum area, in line with the nipples at the sternum area. All right. Okay, so when you patch all these patches, you need to make sure that you drink enough of water. Okay, and consistency is very important here, because tissue remodeling. That means if you want to handle your fibrosis scarring, it is a slow process. It is a slow process, Florence. Don't expect your patching to be, done or your condition to be done in 1 month or 2 months. All right. So most users with chronic condition, you need to commit a minimum of 90 days or more. And within, after the 90 days, you observe the changes. Okay. Now, one more thing you need to note is, since the lung fibrosis involves scarring, okay, that can actually restrict oxygen intake, you need to go and actually see a pulmonologist, okay, before making any changes to your health regimen. Okay, so the LifeWave patches can be used alongside your standard medical care, right? For example, like oxygen therapy or medication, okay, as a supportive and non-invasive tool. Okay, Florence, I hope I have answered you in detail. All right. Okay, so the next question is from So Gyok Ki. Where can we find a repeat of this video? Thank you, Chin Hua and Alfred. Chin Hua, you want to answer this?
Yeah, you can actually go into our Telegram group. All the recordings are there. So you ask the person that brought you into this Zoom, ask him for the access to the Telegram group. Okay, then you can access all the recordings there. Right, thank you.
Okay, so the next one is from Zoom user. Well, hopefully next time we will have people that change their name from Zoom user to some actual name lah, right? So what patches and where to patch for ovarian cancer? Jinhua, you want to take this?
Okay, so for people that have not started patching, like for cancer patients in general, you start with X39 in the morning and Aeon at night, right? So then the patient may be taking chemo drugs or they go for chemotherapy and all that, is to really strengthen their immune system to prepare them for sessions, okay? So they can actually start that way. So Zoom user, can I just unmute you to see if they are already using any patches or they are just starting to? Maybe I can unmute you so then I can get a better idea. Hello, Zoom user. Could you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Can I know your name?
Yeah, my name is Flo.
Floor. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So is this person already using the patches or just starting to?
No, starting to. Because
Okay.
just got the news about that she got ovarian cancer and it's spreading to the lung.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you got to get the person as soon as possible on the patches lah. Yeah. If can, start tonight Aeon and then tomorrow X39.
That's all, or to put glutathione as well. And where to patch actually?
Just the point, our vagus nerve, 1 point only. Just there.
Oh.
Yeah. Start with X39 Aeon and see how she actually feels in the next 2-3 months first.
So which means that put X39 at the back
Yes.
of the neck and
Correct.
then the Aeon as well.
That's right. Morning and night.
Okay.
Morning and night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right,
Thank
Flor.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Florence says, I have been patching carnosine every night on the chest for 1 year. Okay. Yeah. So, I would, basically, carnosine has a different function, Lawrence. So I would actually recommend the glutathione to be patched on that sternum area, level with the, the breast nipples, that area on the sternum. Okay. So there's a question here, Jinhua, where to patch for kidney patients?
Eileen, is it? Eileen?
Yes, Aileen.
Aileen, can I unmute you? I just wanted to check with you a few things. Aileen. Hi, Aileen. Hello, Aileen.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Aileen. Can I just check with you? Is this person already patching or is looking to start?
Started about a month
Okay.
and it's on dialysis.
On dialysis, all right.
Yeah.
And what did this person start patching?
The basic
The basic.
Aeon and X39, but she doesn't have any no reaction. I mean she don't feel anything.
She don't feel anything? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now just need to observe because kidney dialysis patient, how many times they go a week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week, okay. And during that whole process, after dialysis, normally they'll feel more tired.
Yes.
Their appetite not so good. They may be constipated. Okay, so all these things could happen for a dialysis patient, normal kind of side effects. Okay, so when they use X39 Aeon long enough, their recovery is faster. Number one, you see the bruising on the hand, because due to the blood transfusion, right? That one will start to clear faster, the bruising. Okay, the second thing is that their appetite, and then also their digestive system could be better over time as well. Yeah, but you give it a longer time because what's the age of this person?
73, I think.
73.
Yeah.
Okay. So just now I mentioned there's a formula to follow, and the patches are not meant for quick fix. Okay. So it takes time for your body to get into the whole healing cycle as well. Yeah. So just observe and see what happens in the next 7 months of X39 and Aeon.
Okay. So it takes about another how many months? This kind
6
of case?
months. Yeah, 6
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically only back of the neck and the belly button.
Yeah, these 2 points only.
Oh.
Whenever comfortable, wherever comfortable.
Not in any area near the kidney
No.
or
No.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Thanks.
have this our committee member. Her name is Priscilla Sim, and she is also a kidney dialysis patient, and she went through a lot of health challenges as well, like hysterectomy, surgeries and things like that. But she's been patching for 2 years plus, and her results are so good. She's in her 60s.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you need to give it time, and we have a lot of testimonials like this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Aileen. All right. Take
Yeah,
care.
thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, so thanks for the question, Aileen. Very good question. Next we have Nelly. Okay, very high cholesterol around 8. Nelly, cholesterol around 8 is not high. My cholesterol is 12.63. Okay, but anyhow, I will take this cholesterol question because I have personally experienced this high cholesterol thing. Now, it is also very important to clarify the 8. I mean, in normal medical terms, it is also considered high and it will increase your cardiovascular risk. Okay. Again, while LifeWave patches support, wellness for all of us, they are not a replacement for medical treatment or intervention like statins or dietary changes. The most important thing that I have done is dietary change. Okay. So I would recommend, I previously also patched these 3 patches. Okay. I would recommend X39, Aeon, and glutathione. Okay. Now, why? Aeon supports the overall health and cellular repair. Okay, that is a very, very big thing which I never miss. Okay, behind the neck, GV14. Now, Aeon, why I use Aeon together is to bring down inflammation as well. But on the other hand, high cholesterol is often linked to systemic inflammation. Okay, so I use Aeon to bring down or to reduce the inflammatory response, okay, and to balance my autonomic nervous system in my body. Okay, the last one patch that I use is basically glutathione. Okay, why? Because we must understand that cholesterol becomes very, very dangerous when it oxidizes, right? As a master antioxidant, glutathione helps reduce the oxidative stress and supports my liver. Okay, the organ which is supposed to or responsible to produce cholesterol. Okay, so I would suggest daytime you patch X39 at the back of your neck or below the navel, 2 fingers below the navel on CV6. Okay, so if you want, you can also patch glutathione on LV3, the left foot for glutathione. Okay, so I will use X39 daytime together with glutathione on LV3 and Aeon at night behind the neck. Okay, now then on top of patching, you need to do some lifestyle shift lah. Okay, I drink a lot of water. Okay, and I also make changes to my dietary intake. All right. So I hope I have answered your question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. So next one is Samsung user CH Jinhua. I'm asking on behalf of my relative what to patch for testicular pain, where to patch. He has inflammation. Currently, he's taking every F3E. Thanks.
Okay, Samsung user, can I unmute you? Can I just check a few things with you?
Yep. I think they can unmute themselves, Chin Hua. Samsung user.
Hi, Samsung user. I'm not able to unmute. Hang on a minute. Okay, I have clicked on it. You have to unmute it on your side. I think you can just type. I'm just going to ask you a few questions if you can't unmute. So basically, I wanted to know the testicular pain is due to what? Have you your relative checked already or not with the doctor? What is the pain due to? That's number one. Okay. Number two, has your relative started patching already? And if so, how long and what are the patches that he's actually patching? Okay. So you can answer me these three questions. All right. Okay. Okay. While waiting for his answer, Alfred, let's go to the next question and then we'll come back again, okay?
Yeah, there is a question. Is this session recorded? Yes, this is recorded. We will share the recording link later. So Zoom user, after using X39 for 3 months, I have switched to Aeon patches. Is it normal to feel warm when using for the first few days, like having fever? Jinhua, you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Where is this? Okay, Zoom user, can I unmute you? Can I just unmute you? Thank you. Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Tay here.
Mr. Tay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Tay, can I just check with you? The first 3 months you only use X39, is it?
Yeah, because the first few days of start using the patch, right? I was using both at the same time, the X39 and Aeon, and then it created this palpitation. The heart was racing like 100 over, I think 125 beats
Right.
per minute. So I took both off, then started to use X39 only. Then okay. Then I finished X39. So right now I'm using Aeon. Yeah.
Okay. So
Then can feel a bit warmer and not sure whether it's an effect or not.
okay.
Yeah.
Will you feel warmer? Do you feel uneasy? Do you feel not good? Or the warm is
The
kind of
appetite not so good. The appetite, and then you feel irritated. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I after that I stopped patching for 1 day, back to normal, a bit warm, but still a bit warm.
Understand?
Maybe because of the warm weather. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure whether that's the case or not.
Okay, I will explain to you what's happening. Basically, some people when they first start patching, they can feel this kind of sensation, which is good because your body is reacting.
Yeah.
And when it's actually detoxing, you have blockages in your system, which is normal. Like most of us have because it's inflammation. So when that happens, when imagine a pipe that has not been cleared and is clogged up. So now your blood is gushing through your vessels and starts to push faster, right? You feel that your body is warmer. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's normal. It's normal that way. Yeah. So just drink more water. How much water do you drink a day? Do you drink about 1.5 liters?
Being on and off 1.5 liter.
Okay. Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can, you just be consistent with it. And if you need to drink more, just drink more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so it's only temporary and it will eventually your body will start getting stronger over time.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, there's a question, Jinhua. Is there any patch that can help in slurring speech?
Okay. Slurring speech. Okay. Balkish, can I just unmute Balkish? Balkish. Hi, Balkish. I think he left already, Alfred.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a few questions before I answer. But we still start with X39 Aeon because slurring speech can be due to a few things. It could be nerve, it could be habitual, behavioral. So we need to understand what is it first. But whatever it is, we can start with X39 Aeon first, behind the neck.
Okay, for the record, Balkish, why Chin Hua gives the advice the X39 and Aeon is because X39 activates your stem cells. Now, this is the foundation, Balkish. By elevating your GHK copper, like both of us were telling everyone here tonight, it supports the repair of damaged nerves and improves overall brain to muscle communication. Okay? Now, Aeon is known for reducing systemic inflammation. Okay? So if the slurring is caused by nerve swelling or stress, Aeon helps calm the nervous system. Okay? So that's why we use the X39 and Aeon, and you can just patch it behind the neck. All right? Okay. Next one is from Evelyn. Can Celergize morning be taken by kidney dialysis patient? Jinhua?
Okay. So this is a good question. Basically, for dialysis patients, you can take it in smaller dose and see how the body reacts. Again, start by that first. So let's say the recommended scoop. Let's say the recommended scoop is one scoop. One scoop. Okay, you can start with half scoop first and see how your body reacts to it. Yeah. So try it and just monitor and see. Okay. But most importantly, you are using the patches and then you add on the Celergize.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope we answer this question. Okay, next one. We have from Eleanor. There is a medical doctor who became a naturopath, Dr. George Singh in Hong Kong, who has shown photos of a backup tooth growing to replace a lost one. There's a dormant tooth germs, also described as embryonic tooth seeds, already present in human mouth, particularly in cases where a third set of teeth never develop. Okay, do you want to take this, Jinhua?
Right. Okay, I think Eleanor is answering on behalf of the person that asked, can patch for the missing teeth or not? Yeah. So she's giving us the information.
I see.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Okay.
Right.
So the other question is from Su Fen, I think. Understand that phototherapy patch works, but how many pieces is needed per body per time to give clinical effect? Okay. And she continued, when you mention those benefits, how soon can a customer see the effects, and the effects last for how long? Your patches give symptomatic temporary relief only or treatment? Because if approved under FDA as wellness device, and always reminding clients that they cannot replace medical. Okay, Jinhua, you might want to answer this.
Okay, sure. Okay, the first question, understand that phototherapy patch works. Just one X39 and one Aeon will do. That's it. One X39 in the morning, remove it after 12 hours, and then put on the Aeon, and then do it for 12 hours. The next day, do the X39 again. Yeah. So it's just a routine thing. Okay, so that is good enough to see effects. Yeah, just like what some of the members were sharing earlier. Yeah, people can experience that. Okay. So when you mention those benefits, how soon? Okay, how soon and how soon really depends on your body. Some people, as I mentioned, the first application, they can feel that they can sleep deeper, okay? Or their energy level is better. So it really depends on your body. Yeah, your body can tell over time. Some people, maybe 1 month later, only they can feel something, 2 months later, because everyone's body is different. So you have to monitor and see what's happening in your body, okay? So, okay. Your patches give symptomatic temporary relief or treatment, yeah? So the patches are not meant to treat, okay? So we are a general wellness company, yeah? That's number one, okay? So we don't use the patches to treat anything, okay? So only medicine can treat. They say they can treat, okay? So ours are all under general wellness, Now, yes, it's not a replacement to medical treatment. So please do not tell people that you can stop your cancer drugs and you just use these patches. Please don't. You'll get into trouble. Okay. So the disclaimer is there for a reason. Because general wellness company cannot make medical claims. Okay. And do you ask your clients to use as adjunction or to stop their doctor's treatment? No. No stopping doctor's treatment. You add it on top of what they are already doing. For example, if you're taking blood pressure pills, diabetic pill, and all that, just add the patches on it and see what happens in the next 6 months, one year after do the blood tests. So let the doctor decide whether to cut the dose of the medication or completely cut the medication off, because the blood pressure and the diabetic readings are all regulated. Okay, so we are not here to play doctors. So do not give medical advice. All right, give general advice. Okay, and you will know that over time people will be happier that way. Yeah. So don't answer medical questions. Okay. So you can tackle things like lesser pain, better sleep, better energy. Okay. So these are all very general stuff. Okay. So that's why we don't go deep into talking about medical treatments and things like that. Okay. Right.
Okay, Chin Hua, may I add on to this?
Yeah.
Now, Sufen, coming from a point of view from science, okay, you ask how many patches per body, right? So for a clinical effect, one patch at a time is the standard for most people, right? Why? Because the patches signal the body. It is not a dose. It is the signal. LifeWave is a signaling technology. So one patch reflects a specific frequency of light to trigger a systemic biomedical change, right? For example, like elevating the GHK copper. Okay. So when we talk about these things, there is always what you call saturation point. Just one light, example, one analogy is just one light switch turns on the lights in the room, right? Turns on many lights also can. So one patch is usually sufficient to signal the body. But in cases of extreme physical trauma, let's say, for example, a heart attack or what, you can actually use loading, meaning more than one patch. All right. And you use the patches 12 hours. Okay. Because this is a limit that, we can to prevent signal fatigue lah. That means, when your body gets used or lazy. Okay. So you also ask how soon and how long, right? The timeline is basically governed by roughly, I would say, a 90 days thing, okay, for cellular turnover. Okay. So for immediate results, like sometimes when we use Aeon to handle pain for people, it's within minutes or hours, right? Intermediate, I would say you will feel between 1 to 6 weeks. Cumulative would be 3 to 6 months. All right. And the duration, the effects last as long as the patches signaling continues. once you stop patching, many people ask us, when can I stop patching? Okay, once you stop patching, your body eventually returns to its baseline rate, okay, of aging and repair. Okay, so the third one you ask is basically relief versus treatment. If I catch you correctly, Sufan, relief versus treatment. Okay, so by FDA definition, I've done a bit of research on this because a same brand partner of mine asked the same question. So by FDA definition, a wellness device supports the body's natural function rather than treating a specific disease. That's why we have the disclaimer say that we always tell people we do not treat. Okay, it's a wellness thing. So it's also not a band-aid, you know. It's more than just symptomatic temporary relief, which we are all so used to, which Chin Hua and all the doctors are used to, because it is a simple symptomatic temporary relief. It actually manages symptom, okay? Because it works at a cellular level to optimize body environment. Always remember, the LifeWave patches is not a band-aid, okay? It's more than a symptomatic temporary relief. So the analogy is, let's say, think of a doctor as a surgeon who repairs a broken pipe. So LifeWave is the architect that provides the blueprint and energy so that the body can maintain the whole building. Okay? It doesn't treat the pipe. It optimizes the system so that the pipe is less likely to fail. Sufan? Okay? So your question is also asking, do they stop their doctor's treatment? Chin Hua already answered, please do not play doctor. This answer is a firm no. We never ask client to stop medical treatment. Okay? The power of and. Okay, now, LifeWave is positioned as a complementary or adjunct technology. It works beautifully alongside traditional medicine. Okay? So the biological part is when we improve cellular communication by reducing your oxidative stress, the patches actually help the body respond better to the treatments that the doctor is trying to do or the doctor is providing to the patient. Okay? So people ask, when can I stop? So the exit strategy, if a client's health improves so significantly that they feel there is no longer needed for medication, then there is this conversation that is strictly between them and their doctor. We still do not ask them to stop unless the doctor asks them to stop. Okay? Our role as a brand partner of LifeWave is to provide the tool, right? The doctor's role is to manage the clinical diagnosis, right? So in short, I want to tell everybody here that we are not replacing your doctor. We are empowering your body to heal and to repair itself better. So medicine manages disease. LifeWave supports the life inside all of us. So by wearing one patch for 12 hours a day, you are giving your body a light-based software update, like our mobile phone or our laptops. It needs to heal itself more efficiently. So LifeWave is giving us that when you use 12 hours, a light-based software update. Okay? So please give yourself 3 to 6 months. Okay? And let your own blood test prove the results to your doctor. Right? So I hope I have answered your question, Sufan. Okay. Florence Liu, Chin Hua, can you show actual patches on the chest? Alamak. I patch glutathione on the day, how to patch during the night. Okay, Florence, very simple. You stand in front of a mirror, you can see the nipple line, right? Just go in the middle, right smack center. Okay? Very simple. Okay, Sufan asked again, come again. Registered in Malaysia as what device exactly? Cause Malaysia, there are many licenses. Okay, Sufan, the patches are recognized by MDA, Medical Device Association of Malaysia, as a Class 1 medical device. Okay? Class 1 medical device. Yes. Because the Medical Device Authority in Malaysia, MDA, right, recognizes the LifeWave patches as a Class 1 medical device. Okay? So, okay, Sufan say, as a pharmacist, what is your justification when to stop using the patch other than adhesive allergies? Any contradiction? Okay, I leave this to Chin Hua, a pharmacist, to answer another pharmacist. You're muted, Chin Hua.
Okay. When to stop using the patch? What do you... Can I just unmute you? Because I don't really get what you are saying here. Sufan. Hi, Sufan. Hi, Sufan. Can you unmute yourself? Can't Okay, I don't really quite catch your question. When to stop using the patches? Like, you're saying that if you don't feel well, you stop, or like how long should you use it for before you stop? Okay. And okay, if unwell, you can if you feel unwell, let's say you have cough, flu, fever and all that, after using the patch, the first few days or so, there are two options. You either continue to use it morning 12 hours, nighttime 12 hours to fully detox your body. Yeah, because it's all toxins coming out. So unlike medication, medication suppresses the symptoms. Okay, sweeping the dust under the carpet. That is what medication does. So when you're using the patches, it actually detox your entire system. People may feel unwell and things like that. Okay. So my suggestion is option 1, don't stop. Okay. Number 2, if you really cannot take it, yeah, then patch fewer hours a day. Let's say 6 hours a day rather than 12 hours. Okay. So that is the option. Or the third option is that you can patch alternate days and see how your body feels. Okay. So it's trial and error lah. Right. Okay. Palpitation. Yeah. So palpitation, you can shorten the hours of patching and see how the person feels. Okay. So adjust accordingly. All right. Okay. Okay.
So, where have you answered till? Sufan, is it, Chin Hua?
Yes.
Okay. So Samsung user says he went to see the doctor. Doctor says he has inflammation. He has not started patching regularly yet. Yeah. So Samsung user, is best to start him immediately. Okay. Try to use the Aeon and X39 to help his inflammation. Okay. LifeHH, is it safe to patch while doing acupuncture? Chin Hua?
Yes, definitely. So there's no contraindication or anything because it doesn't interact with any therapies, any medication, any supplement, any special diet. It doesn't. So go ahead and do it. Okay. Just let your acupuncturist know that this is something that you want to leave it on while doing acupuncture. That's it.
Okay. So next one is Lina's iPhone. Why can't I sleep through the night when I patch Aeon? I can when I do not patch Aeon. Jinhua?
Yeah, this is a great question. A small group of people, they can't sleep at night after patching Aeon. Their brain gets active. They could be more energetic. Okay. So if that happens, don't patch Aeon at night. Move Aeon to the morning, and nighttime you don't patch. So that means X39 behind your neck, Aeon below your belly button in the morning. Nighttime don't patch at all. Okay. So try that. Go ahead and try that. Okay. Because some people, small group of people, it's just like why some people are allergic to medication like Panadol and some are not. Because everyone's body is different. So you need to try and error and see. Okay. So go ahead and try that. Thank you.
I see. Okay, so WLN, where do I patch Aeon for fibrosis cysts in the lung? Okay, in the middle. WLN, in the middle, on the sternum area, in between your two nipples, same height as the two nipples. Okay? Or very simply, you do not want to confuse yourself, you can put behind the neck, GV14. Okay? Or you can simply just Google WLN. You can simply just Google where is the acupuncture point for CV17, conception vessel 17, CV17. Normally it's at the center of the chest. Okay? Located on the sternum, directly between the nipples. Okay? Yep. So contraindication, sorry, can't. If palpitation also cause is dangerous. I don't understand you, Sufan.
She's asking
Contraindication.
continuation from just now the question. I answered already. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Can you stop the patches after health gets better? From TL. Jinhua?
Okay, so the patches are like exercising, it's like eating, right? We do it until the day we pass on, okay? Because we want to be as healthy as possible. But of course, there are people that stop using after their health gets better. But again, you need to understand that as we grow older, we can be getting more unhealthy. So that's why we want to use the patches as long as possible as well. Yeah. So this is something for you to actually think about as well. Okay. So if people ask me how long do I want to use the patches for, I say I want to use it forever because I'm getting healthier by the day. Okay. So I don't want to fall sick. I don't want to take medication. I want to lessen my visits to a hospital as well. Okay. So this is something that we can all think about. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so is there any other questions? I think we can take either one or two more questions. We are on a roll here. Both, I look like Ip Man and, Jinhua looks like Wong Fei Hong. Okay, any more questions? Everyone, we had an amazing night with all of you tonight. You did not answer my question about sleep, huh? Jinhua? Lina's iPhone, you did not answer my question about sleep.
Okay, Lina, I'll explain it again. Okay, so the reason why some people after patching Aeon at night, they can't sleep is because a small number of people, they get more energetic. Their brain is more active when they use Aeon at night. So my answer to you is that do not patch Aeon at night. Patch X39 and Aeon in the morning. Nighttime, do not patch. Okay, so you got this? Patch X39 in the morning behind your neck, Aeon below your belly button, and nighttime, do not sleep. All right? Yes, both in the morning. That's it. That's it. You got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, To Bing Kui, can you provide the link for the Zoom recording? Well, the Zoom recordings will normally be in what's that thing called?
Telegram.
Telegram. Life changes. What Telegram is that? Life changes community or something like that. Okay. You can get it from there. Normally it's day after. Okay. Normally the recording will come out the day after. Okay. So Gyoki says, very grateful for your clear sharing. Thank you. Both in the morning. Okay. Very welcome. Okay. Elinor says he missed the reason you gave for not sleeping through the night. Well, okay. I think Jinhua answered this already. So, okay, if we have no more questions, we would like to share this with you, what is actually coming up. This is the sneak peek of, the things that we are having, all right? So every day at 2 p.m., all right, we actually have our BOP session. That means we understand more about the technology and what the technology can do to help your health, right? So today we had Jalal, and tomorrow we are having Patricia for an English session, and Miss Esther Ng will come on 13 February for the Mandarin. Okay, so this coming Saturday and Sunday, we will not be having the business opportunity presentation. All right, so we will be off. So yes, this one is also the announcement has been made a lot of times, and the qualification period is coming to an end. It's ending on February the 22nd, right? This is an APAC, Asia Pacific Regional Incentive Trip for 2026. It is Malaysia bound, going to Kota Kinabalu. All right, there are 5 ways to earn points. Please check with the person who brought you into this Zoom call to see whether there's any possibility of you qualifying for this trip. Okay? So, we have come to the end of our session. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It has been a blast. We always enjoy ourselves, especially myself and Chin Hua. Okay? We come on every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. All right, so we'll see you next week. I tell you one secret, all of you. Do you still remember who is Mr. Lingam? I'm sure you do, right? The ischemic stroke person who actually formed part of Super Wednesday. He's coming back next week. Good news, right? He's coming back next week as our MC, right? So tune in, and you can basically ask him more questions if you miss him and want to know how is he doing. He has confirmed that he's coming next week. So barring any last minute changes lah. Okay, so this is Good Night, Alfred and Chin Hua, as well as Po Chu and Lingam, signing off for this edition of Super Wednesday. Bye everyone. See you next week. Ta-ta.
I gotta go.